Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cows. 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 Let's go. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cows. Come on, cows, come on. Come on, cows. Bud. Come on, cow. Good cows. So what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We have a lot to do today, actually. But today we just moved the cows into a brand new fresh paddock. But we took them down the lane because we actually skipped the paddock. Let me show you why. This is the paddock here that we skipped. We completely skipped it. We took them down the lane and moved them into the one they're in now, because this is our experimental paddock. This is where we're growing our Sorghum Sudan grass that it's coming up. It's coming up. We just broadcast seeded it, but you can see, I mean, it is it's a couple feet tall now in some places. In some places it's much taller. Let's take a look. All right, you got to check this out. Look at this. This grass blade is basically as tall as I am. I'm 6'3", by the way. This is nuts. Take a look. Take a look at this plant here. I mean, oh my gosh, you know how much carbon this is collecting here? I mean, it's really, really growing up. Now, it's not shading out the goat weed like I would like it to, but it's still producing a lot of forage. And actually, I think the pigs rooted up right around here, and this is actually growing up in its place. So the thing with the Sorghum Sudan, this would be fine to graze, but some of the other ones that are a lot smaller, like right over there, probably not so much. You see, when grazing summer annuals like the Sorghum Sudan, you got to be really careful with prussic acid poisoning in the cows. And if it's, you know, just starting to be into its explosive growth stage and it's small, then it can become an issue. So we're keeping them off it for this rotation around. So next time around, they're most likely going to be eating on it. And then the second side of it is that, you know, that grass blade that was all the way up to about here to me, they all should be getting close to that stage in another 45 to 60 days. So we're really in no rush to have them graze it, and especially since it was meant to be more of a stockpile, or allow us to stockpile the rest of the farm. But we made some moves, and it doesn't look like we're gonna have to be feeding much hay this year. We'll explain that in a different video. So it is growing up. The experiment is working somewhat. Is it all, you know, super full? No, it's probably how I just, you know, missed spots when I was seeding it. And, you know, down there you can see just a little bit popping its head up. But it looks like it's coming up in the more kind of poorer soil, because actually down there it's better. Up here is, you know, we still have a lot of this goat weed here that we're trying to get rid of. But hey, you know what? We'll take a grazable plant rather than a non-grazable plant in the poorer soil any day. And even if we were just to mow this, that's a lot of carbon that's just going straight back to the ground, which is going to make the soil a lot better and allow for more palatable species to come up. Right, Ellie? Yeah. So the question you might be asking is, would I do this again? I don't know right now. I don't know right now. Maybe yes, maybe no. We're probably gonna wait till the next go around to see what actually grows up when the cows are actually eating on it. But right now, if it were just to stay like this, I have to go with the probably not. Probably have to go get a no-till drill or something on it. And there's our comeback cow. She's not all the way back yet, but she's a lot better. And actually, I think it's the way that the sun is. It's actually making her look a little bit more skinny. But she's actually doing really well. That's Daphne, and a lot better. I can actually notice a big change in her like belly and just shape, and she's getting wider, so all good. But we just had a good summer storm come in the last couple days. It gave us 3, maybe even 4 inches of rain. I mean, it got wet, and everything is just starting to explode back up. I mean, I mowed a little bit of the pasture down where there was a lot of weeds, and man, it's popping back up, which is great. All right, this is getting me really excited. Before we head over to the next set of the ducks and geese, the next set of animals, wants to see this in this paddock. This was not here even the last time we came around. Check it out. You see all the, here, look, I'll go down. You see everything that's above there? That's all Indian grass. I mean, we have a whole heck of a lot of it. It's spreading like crazy over here. This right here is one of the big 4. Of the old prairie grasses. This, eastern gamma grass, big blue stem, and switchgrass. And look at this. This was not here even last time. Look at how much we got of it. It's not just a little bit. Oh my gosh. You know what? It's even sneaking into the paddock that we skipped, where the Sorghum Sudan is, which I'd rather have the Indian grass much more than the Sorghum Sudan. So we're doing something right here. Look at this. This is awesome. This is awesome. The cows are, that's why the cows headed over here right away, because this is their favorite. I mean, we got a lot of it, and I don't know if you can see in camera, in the next few paddocks, it's all picking up over there. Bringing back the native prairie grasses. Man, am I happy. It really is unbelievable how fast that is spreading around the farm. Last year, I mean, I saw maybe 6, 8, at most 10 plants. And now it's in different paddocks. Because we're moving the cows, you know, from one paddock to the next to the next to the next, we're allowing it to grow up. Because say you just turned your cows out like most people do, you'd never ever be able to have that grow up. Why? Because it's the cows' favorite grasses. It's like it's like ice cream to them. They'll go to that first, okay? And then especially with like Indian grass and native ones, if you take it down lower than 8 inches, it has a really hard time recovering. So if you just take off, you know, the top, you know, if it's, that stuff's up to here to me, if you take off 90% of the plant, not, you know, 98% like, you know, the cows like to do, it's going to regrow back. It's going to be able to put a seed head on it. It's going to be able to spread. It's in all the paddocks. It was in the corner, and since we've been moving the cows, it's kind of creeped this way a little bit and this way a lot. So why is that? Because when we move the cows, we haven't done, you know, just in a, you know, clockwise. We've gone clockwise and counterclockwise around the farm. So they ingest that seed head plus birds and stuff, but they ingest it and it comes out in their manure. The seeds are in the manure, and it just has the right environment. You know, the manure is full of nitrogen, so it has all the nutrients for it to explode. That's why it's going crazy. What I'm almost thinking about doing is taking the cows from this section over here on the farm, right after they go through the real big patch of Indian grass, and taking them all the way on the other side where there's absolutely zero. Do it for like a day and see if, you know, we're able to have the cows move seed from one end of the farm to the other and have it come out in their manure, and then just bring them back and go on rotation. I'm almost thinking about doing that, because that'd be really cool. And I actually don't see any kind of drawbacks with that because they follow me so well. So that might be really something that we have to consider. But just imagine, maybe in a few years we have this whole place covered with, you know, all the native grasses, and then having the Bermuda as an understory, to where, you know, you're walking into basically a wall of grass this tall. I mean, you know how many more cows that you can have on that land rather than, you know, grass this tall like it is mostly around here? Oh my gosh. What's up, Dunkaroos? I've actually been trying something different with their water, and it seems to be working. Not right now, because what I've been doing is changing their water in the afternoon when I come out to check on all the animals again. So what that does is, at least what I've been seeing, it actually keeps their water cleaner longer, because ducks, they just make a mess of it, and just because they filter feed, they have to go and clean out their bills. Without water, they can't eat. It's really weird. And it actually seems to be helping, you know, quite a bit. And speaking of Indian grass, well, hello to you, right in the middle of this pasture, which is super far away. See, we're still right by the ducks from where we had to start out with. So I don't know how this got here, but you know what? I will absolutely take it. And over here is actually where I mowed, because we have, over there was a blackberry problem, and there was we have a lot of this stuff here. This, it looks like it's dead now, but see that like tomato looking thing? That's Carolina horse nettle, and it was all over the pasture here. You can see a lot of it. And I don't know if I actually got enough to mow it down. I might have to come through again, actually. But over on this side, where there was a lot of it, it's actually growing back up really quickly. The problem with not having a tractor is that, you know, the mower only goes up to 4 inches. But it's coming back. So now that we got all the, you know, morning chores done, you know, just to take care of the animals, time to work on a project. And, you know, some people ask me how I break up my time. You can kind of drive yourself crazy, you know, doing a little bit here, a little bit there, you know, and trying to get something done while something else pops up. Here's just how I do it. I get outside around 8:15-ish, and I go in around 11, you know, sometimes earlier, okay, depending on how hot it is. I spend an hour, you know, on the now, which is moving the animals, you know, getting them water, getting you know, getting them food with the ducks and stuff. It takes me less than an hour to do on a regular day. On Saturdays when I move the ducks, and I have to set up the net, it takes a little bit longer. Then I spend an hour on the past, which means is like maintaining stuff, is, you know, mowing, just keeping stuff up so everything that we've worked for already doesn't kind of fall backwards too much. And then I spend an hour on the future, and that's a project or something to improve the place and make it better. Well, what we're gonna do today is kind of do past and future both, and that is with my good old scythe. Love this thing. It's not my favorite thing to do, but what we're gonna do today is maintain the pasture and also improve it. And it's actually these paddocks here that we grazed off just a couple days ago. And what we're gonna do is to take care of the goatweed problem if it's really bad and there's a rain coming up. Right now there's no rain coming up. It's actually the opposite. It's gonna get really kind of hot. It's probably gonna be the hottest week of the year. I'll go and mow the area with the goatweed or the horse nettle like you see. Or if it's not bad, what I'll do, like this paddock here, it's not really bad at all, but just to keep it up and just make it just that much better and start getting rid of the stuff and just to where it's not coming back. I'm gonna go through and just selectively just go take them out. See right here is where we have 1, 2, and then we have a whole bunch of good coastal Bermuda grass, which is great. So instead of you know, going and mowing this whole thing when wasting the grass there, we're just gonna come here and pull it out, you know, or in the case that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the scythe because it's just easier and I don't have to bend over as much. So is this the funnest job in the world? No, but I'm gonna make it fun because I brought out my headphones and I'm going to listen to an audiobook, so, you know, doing 2 things, making the pasture better and learning something. So now you're gonna see me go use a scythe for maybe 45 minutes, an hour, somewhere in there, and I'm gonna learn something along the way. So with that, hit that subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell so you get notified when we put out new videos. Hit the like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and drop a comment if you like, alright? Till next time, see ya, bye.